Hi, my name is Victoria Momtejano-Ruiz, and I did my multimedia presentation. It's my introduction, a brief overview of voting rights and evolution in the U.S., and the importance of these landmark cases. Harper versus Virginia State Board of Elections in 1966. In Harper versus Virginia State Board of Elections in 1966, one surprising fact that many people may not know is that the states were permitted to impose poll taxes as a prerequisite to vote in the state elections until this case. Even though the 24th Amendment in 1964 had already made it illegal for federal elections to have poll taxes, states were still allowed to use them for poll elections. This case overturned poll taxes at levels retaining that voting should be a right that cannot depend on someone's financial status. There's a myth surrounding the case that the 24th Amendment had already removed poll taxes from electoral processes, but in fact this amendment alone did not go as far as ending poll taxes for elections in the states. This case reaffirmed that voting is a fundamental right under Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The decision to rule in favor of striking down financial barriers to voting served to fuel voting rights and equality in the right access of participation in democracy, especially for marginalized communities. Bush versus Gore in 2000. This case illustrates how decisions by the Supreme Court can affect where the outcome of the presidential election lies. What may surprise many is that courts' rulings are effectively ended in Florida recount, finding an equal protection program with different countries counting votes differently. This allowed the previous certified results to stand, in which showed George W. Bush leading, making him a winner of morally in 2020. The greatest misconception about this case is that the Supreme Court clearly declared Bush the winner, when in fact ruling merely put a stop to the recount, leaving an initial certified results intact. The decision established the board legally presented for future elections, but the court made it very clear that it was ruling only in the context of the 2000 election. The greatest appeal of this case that the Supreme Court displayed how much power it inherently has over the political issues. It shaped American history and spurred ongoing disputes about judicial neutrality, election integrity, and the place of courts in political disputes. Both of these cases illustrate that legal challenges can reshape democratic processes and strengthen the value of equal voting rights. Harper versus the state of Virginia Board of Elections ensured financial barriers do not prohibit people from casting a ballot, while Bush v. Gore emphasized how narrow legal decisions can decide the outcome of national presidential election. These cases remind us that judicial system plays a major role in shaping our democracy in America.